In this video, I'm going to show you how to take off the stock exhaust tip and spark arrestor for a Honda Pioneer 1000. This will work for either the 3-seater or the 5-seaters. It's the same exhaust and same motor. And we're going to be replacing it with an aftermarket version that is that's fresh out. It's made by Whiskey Bent Motorsports, and this is it. Basically, it's a larger exit pipe that's going to take the place, some really nice machining, some nice welds on there too. It's going to take the place of the stock pipe and the stock spark arrestor. And these two pieces are removable, whereas with the stock version, you know, it's kind of an all-in-one unit. You can see I got some rust on there. My machine probably has about 800 miles or so, so it doesn't take long. And this spark arrestor can actually get clogged with some mud and some, and it's just kind of tack welded together. So it looks like it's flimsy. I'm excited to replace it, and I like that this could be removable and washable later on. Okay, stick around. Okay, so to take the old stock exhaust tip off, we have a couple 10mm bolts here. We got 3 of them total. And once we remove that, the spark arrestor kind of goes back into the exhaust muffler here, maybe 3 or 4 inches. But so you have to kind of work it out away from the back roll cage support. So we'll just go ahead and untorque those. I already pre-loosen them because from the Honda factory they were about 1,000 foot-pounds tight. So okay, bolts out. They're pretty short. You may want to check the threads to make sure they're clean and not all busted up. And like I said, we're just gonna have to kind of work this out past this roll cage tube here without damaging the actual spark arrestor. Okay, so now that we have the stock exhaust tip and spark arrestor off, we're actually going to go ahead and place the Whiskey Bent spark arrestor in the hole first. And you can see that there's a small lip here, if I don't block your light. Small lip around the outside. It's kind of nice because this fits right in that lip. And it should give a nice flush pairing with this flange. Let me get the light back on here. Should give a nice flat, flush appearance with this when we go to put this back on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this mounted back up because it's really hard to do without 4 hands. Okay, got the new Whiskey Bent exhaust tip mounted on, and looks hella nice compared to the stock piece. I'm sure the color will change once it heats up a few times and it gets muddy. But all right, we'll do a sound test, see how it sounds. I got to move the mic back quite a bit so we don't have any distortion or anything like that, but because we're in a closed garage. I'll try to get some sound tests later on, like sitting in the driver's seat or something like that. Maybe we'll add it to the video, but hopefully this will help you guys at least get eyes on this thing. And I'll also put a link in the description of the video for how to order this piece from Whiskey Bent. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell from the video or not because we got some distorted, sound coming from this cheap external mic I got because my iPhone microphone has had baby drinks spilled all over it many times and is shot. But the new Whiskey Bent exhaust tip is a lot deeper, at least from what I can tell in this garage, than the stock exhaust tip, the what looks like maybe 1.5 inches inside diameter and spark arrestor. It seems like it's deeper, it's more throaty. The Pioneer engine is a little bit I don't know, wispy as it is, you know. You can hear a lot of like air, and it's kind of like it's got a whirring kind of sound to it that I hate. But this kind of helps, you know, just make it sound a little bit deeper. Still the stock muffler, so don't expect some kind of crazy change. But I'm actually really impressed with how much change there was. It could be just because it's less restrictive. It could be because it's a bigger pipe than 1.5 inches. I think it's maybe a 2-inch or 2.5 inch. But impressed, and not that expensive to do, and very easy to replace. I know I didn't go super in depth with the installation, but it's really not hard. It's 3 bolts that you may have to break loose. But other than that, that's the hardest thing. Let me know what you guys think. I'll put a link in the description for where to buy the Whiskey Bent exhaust tip and spark arrestor. Make sure you get the spark arrestor because you don't want to start any forest fires. And thanks for watching.